What's up? Welcome back to the WodPrep podcast. I'm your host, CJ De Palma, with the bestest host, Claire Bays. What's up, guys? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, guys, just so you know, I want to say thanks to our sponsor, WodPrep, for sponsoring the show today. They pay us buku dollars to run this podcast. But seriously, if you guys are looking to improve your open score, get ready for the open, have support during the open, you still don't have muscle ups or double unders, WodPrep is the place to go. Head over to WodPrep.com. Join WodPrep Academy, annual subscription or monthly. Get access to 30 courses, mobility courses, mentality, foundational strength pieces, a powerlifting course, double unders, bar muscle ups, and so on and so on. Our daily programming is shifting in here now. It'll be here in the next couple of weeks too. So for $40 a month, you'll have access to 30 skill programs, individual skills, all the things you're looking for to improve CrossFit. Also tracks for elite athletes going into semifinals, masters athletes, master scaled athletes, athletes looking for 60 minutes. So we have a full lineup of daily programs for you as well. So if you guys are looking for some support in your own training, head over to WodPrep.com and we're the place to help. Sweet.
That's right.
Cool. We'll go this one.
Oh, and John's on the thumbnail, by the way. So we may or may not see John. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's being lame. So I have a different background and I'm sad, but my office is no longer my office anymore. I had to switch rooms in my house. Wow. And so my background is now like where my desk is inside of. And so it looks good from like looking at it. Like this is like what it was for, but now I have no background. And so I think we're going to put a couch back here because it has to double as a guest room too now because we got another baby. So
I had to make room. I mean, these are wonderful space problems to have, but they are indeed adjustments. You're a lot closer to the screen now too, I think.
No, I'm actually probably further away, but there's nothing behind me. So there's no depth.
Yeah, there isn't. I didn't realize this was a thing.
Yeah. So there's no depth. I'm actually, I'm probably further. I actually had to scoot back. Cause like my normal is like this,
but the camera is the same.
Well, the camera right now is zoomed in, so you can't see the floor.
Right.
Because the floor has crap all over it.
Yeah.
So, anyways. And then when I've realized, because I can't see it, but like this camera is pretty high HD. And so like Bennett is in like full, like wrestle dada mode at all times. And so he's really quick with talons. And so like over the weekend, he got me like 4 or 5 times. Like at some point in the weekend, I was bleeding at some point in my forehead the entire weekend. So I've got
for what it's worth, I did not notice until you said it. And now that you said it, I can see at least one, but that's it.
Blotchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways. I was combing my hair. Thank you very much. They're big, man. They're power alien for sure. They're definitely power alien.
I don't get the reference.
These are power alleys.
Oh, that's about your hair.
Yeah, it's a hairline thing, but I've always had them. They have it. They certainly aren't getting any bigger. On that neutrophil game, baby, trying to prevent that shit.
Preserve what is there.
That's right.
That's
funny.
Right.
That's all right. If it gets any worse, I'm just gonna head to Turkey, spend a few grand, and just line it up.
Yeah.
Get that hard straight across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm here for it. I support you in that endeavor if the day comes.
Yeah. One day. Parents like, really? I'm like, oh yeah. 100%. If this starts to go any more than it is, which it hasn't, it's been pretty stalled. Like it kind of went quick, like during PT school, like it got really big. So like mid-20s, and I was like, oh no. And then I started like using like, hair products that, have like whatever stuff in it. And then I started Nutrafol like 6 months ago. And so hopefully we'll limit it. We'll see. Anyways, how was your weekend? Enough about my hair.
It was good. It was low key, very low key, but that was really nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
When's your next Wodapalooza? No.
I think it is actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Wodapalooza, then back to Beach Brawl, right?
Yeah, I actually just booked the flights for Beach Brawl today.
Staying for quarterfinals. Oh yeah, if you are in and around the Pensacola area and you're looking to join a crew for quarterfinals, hit me up. We have a big crew coming down. I think we're like 15 athletes right now. So
yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I think that total time spent. I think I'm in Pensacola for something like 10 days.
Let's go. Dude,
yeah, so collectively in Florida for like half the month.
Yeah, there's no better place to be, dude. Pensacola is the shit. This is the best place to live.
I'm very much looking forward to being there and training quite a bit there. Obviously, during quarterfinals, we'll be focused on the athletes, making sure they get what they need, but that doesn't mean we won't be able to train ourselves. Or at least I will.
What is CrossFit saying? I don't know. Kids will do that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yes, that was my next go-to. Since I can't compete in CrossFit anymore, that's what I was thinking.
No. Is that another
Finasteride is Finestaride's a banned substance. That's what I mean. Phil Toon's been bald for like the whole time, but he was juicing the entire time he was in CrossFit.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's for.
I mean, you're not a competitive athlete, so
yeah. For male baldness, it's a DHT, and I think it's a DHT inhibitor. So anyways. Anywho.
Man, all right, CrossFit. He is on the juice.
Right, exactly. My Finasteride has Primobolan and Tren. There we go.
There's a lot going on there. Everybody thinks you've got a new haircut. No, it literally you just changed your lighting situation.
Oh, am I backwards? Yeah, I know. You can just see my face is just more accentuated in the background. Just the worst.
This is great. Kipping says, "Where's John?" And
we don't know where.
We already referenced it. We are speculating where John is, but either way, he may be here. He may not. We truly do not know.
We have no idea where he is, but and he won't tell us where he is.
We did know that we may not see him, but that we may see him, and so that's.
So I would actually enjoy the chat, to speculate where John is. John is for sure on something business and CrossFit space related.
Yep.
I just don't know what. I don't know if it's.
And that is a speculation, but we feel strongly that is the case. Yeah, we think he's working. Okay, so yeah, my weekend was chill. My mother, by the way, I asked her to send me like childhood photos because of a funny post to make, and these are something else. I feel like I just want to like show at least one. Should I show at least one?
Of your childhood
There are so many. Yeah, there's so many good ones. Here we go. Here's one.
Oh, nice. Oh, I didn't know we were doing this. I would have brought one.
Well, I asked her to send some, and she's really coming through in this moment.
Nice.
Yeah, anyway, they're really funny. So, wait. Okay, hang on. We have to do one more.
Oh, that's a good one.
Isn't it?
Parents' mom dressed her up and shit like that.
Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay, we can talk about CrossFit now. I'm just getting those messages Shelly, as we
have his child. I have his child and he won't even tell me what he's doing. That's awesome.
Oh, wow. So he's super, man. Yeah. What? Okay. So should we just speculate? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
He didn't tell us we couldn't. So I think John
didn't give
I think John is shooting an update show with CrossFit recorded with Chase. That's my guess.
Wouldn't it be crazy though if you were right and then he was like, CJ, what the heck?
He told me if we connect the dots, then fine. That's what he said in the text message.
Oh, okay. Okay. So wait, why do you think it's an update show?
Well, it's really it's really secretive. And John usually doesn't keep anything from me. Like he's pretty like we share pretty much all the information we have at any time.
Okay.
And so
the fact that he actually withheld something from you is wild.
Yeah, it's a little different. And then so
he signed an NDA.
He might have signed an NDA. Also, he's not home. So he's not there. So like, I mean, I guess it could have been something with Syndicate and Barbell Spin, but it's so early. Like,
okay, where's Leslie?
I mean, I assume she's not watching.
Well, you never know. We're friends now.
So that's my thought. I mean, I guess it could be something with Syndicate, but I don't think it would be that hush hush. So that's why I think it's something with CrossFit.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Yep. I don't think it's an unreasonable thought. Although the update show, then I'm like, that's interesting. But generally being something for work relating to CrossFit for sure. An update show, something that would be filmed or that would be.
Who ran the update show before? Who were the two?
Well, because we've had different people be involved, but
I mean, pretty much the same two guys ran the update show the entire time.
Tommy and Sean?
Yep. I mean, for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And so what did Tommy do? Tommy was the stats guy, and they basically ran it like.
How exciting would this be for John if this is actually what that was?
That's my thought.
Oh, I'm so hopeful for him.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. Did we freeze? I think we froze.
Oh no.
I think we were doing great. Maybe we can't. Maybe just no one's interested in what we're saying right now.
Larry's in the chat. No, we are frozen. We're not seeing that. Because Shelly said that she's working. Leslie, thank you. Trish has the same outfit that I had when I was, what was that, like a 4-year-old? Sean and Sherwood.
Oh yeah, Sherwood was there too. That's right.
Yeah. I think those things have seen some different iterations. Sorry, guys. We would still pull up your chat messages, but I saw that the barbell spin was having trouble with this as well. So apparently it's not exclusive to us at this point.
I think it's a night thing. because Sevon doesn't seem to be having this issue.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Okay, I sent you a couple things on Instagram, and then I sent you a couple things via text that we can go to some timestamps. I kind of. Do you have a preference on where we start?
No.
Huh.
Actually, I kind of want to start with Seth's, but we kind of have to give context.
Yeah. So if we start with what Seth, then I think we should start with the video that Mason Startup made on Hiller's channel.
Okay.
And that's the title of the show too, so that would make sense.
Non-chat shows just don't hit the same. I agree. They don't. Testing 26.1. I would be so fucking mad if that was true. I'd be so annoyed if he got to test. If he got to test an open workout that he completely would shit the bed at because it's dumbbell snatches, rowing, and toes to bar, I'd be so upset. Hey, I did burpees today. We're gonna have burpees in the
good. Go. Okay. How did it feel?
Fine. No problem.
Okay, well that's good.
My legs felt like shit. I felt out of shape doing a burpee, but I've sent the workout.
Let's not forget that Castro clipped the question that you asked him and put it up.
So that's true.
You've had your moment as well.
That's right.
Yeah. He didn't know who it was.
This would be crazy. Testing quarterfinals, games, workouts.
That would be crazy. That feels like that would be crazy. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's quite fit enough.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening because he's not ever been. I mean, not that he's not been fit, but I don't know that he's not
fit enough.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I don't know.
In any capacity.
I think as soon as
the only way that would be appropriate or possible is if Dave was going to take true feedback from him, which, no offense, that's just not he's just not going to do that. All right, is Dave Castro washed? I can't believe we're about to talk about this. This makes me sad.
Okay. So the first timestamp that we could go to, I mean, if you have anything in mind, great. But if not, then let's go to the 2:15 mark.
Cool. All right.
What are you laughing at?
Throwing daggers.
At us?
Yeah, no, at John. Oh. CrossFit said he's not as fit as old Ben Smith or James Hobart. I thought he said he's not as old. 2:15.
I think the James Hobart chasing Grim thing is really fun. This is also in the week in review, which we have a couple timestamps from that. Maybe I'll hold off and then get there in due time. Because my interpretation of what Dave was saying and what he was actually saying, I was so far off. It wasn't even it was dumb. Yeah. But we'll get there.
All right. All right.
2016 at the CrossFit Games, there was 479 programmed squats. Now, they did Murph that year, so that was 300 right there. But then they did 179 squats that weekend on top of doing Murph. The 2020 CrossFit Games also had a version of Murph, and it had 2 stages because of COVID, where it racked up 372 squats. But through the years, without a Murph variant, most of the CrossFit Games have had between 120 and 280 total squats. The 2025 CrossFit Games had 66 squats.
I have a theory.
That's less than the 2008. CrossFit
Let's
games,
hear it. This is your moment.
They've said this year's programming was supposed to be
okay. All right. So I think the same thing sort of happened in 2024 where Dave has a pinnacle or a like center point in a programming, like the number one workout. Right. And I think the total this year was that, and they had a huge, or the back squat was, I'm sorry. The back squat was the center point. And
that
so
he programs everything else around.
Yes. And
he said that he does that, but did he say that that's what that was?
No, he's never said what it was. And the year before it was Chad, and he said it was Chad. And so Chad being 1,000 repetitions of knee flexion will bias. And so you can say that there isn't this many squats, but you had 250 up and over step up. So in a vest. So theoretically, I think 2024 had tons of squatting in knee flexion in a very, very, very similar pattern. There's an eccentric component to Chad, right? So there's a lowering component and there's a standing up. It's just not bilateral. It's more similar to a lunge, but I would certainly consider a lunge in a traditional squat pattern. And like, I would combine those two as knee flexion, right? So you had Chad. And so because of the total, or because of the back squat, I definitely think that it influenced it. It certainly was low squatting. I think there should have been more, but I do think that that influences his programming for 2025. It is. And so
you think that the back, but I mean, what influences it? The fact that he potentially programmed around that was still very few attempts in total. Like that wasn't very many reps.
Right. But when you have something that, same thing with Chad, right? That, oh, this movement is going to influence this movement pattern a ton. So when you have a movement pattern like a back squat, you're like, okay, I don't need to test knee flexion as much because it's been tested. It was tested in a max. Okay. So I think because of that, I think that he removes maybe some of like the, whatever, the sandbag workout, right? I would bet that at some point that might have had squats, but he had the back squat and he was like, let's remove that. And so they pulled it out, and then it ended up being whatever sandbag cleans and whatever it was. Deadlift.
This was also just fewer tests than we've seen in previous years as well. So like there wasn't,
10. Yep. Only 10. Right.
So yeah, so that's another factor as well for overall, like the number of repetitions of different things is going to be like lesser across the board because there was less fitness done.
Right. Agreed. And so I think Mason has a point that even the squats that were done were relatively low value with what they were paired with, right? Pegboards and rope climbs, right? Also a very similar test, right? Those two are very similar tests.
Oh, yes. The climb.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
what was their time to, let's see here. So yes, the pairings were similar patterns, but you had,
what are you going to ask? Like the winning times? I think the winning times are like almost identical.
Yeah. I was going to say your time domains were still really similar for those workouts.
Yeah. Like 8 minutes. Okay. And so, I think it's I mean, it's a good thing to point out, right? I don't think he has nothing to stand on here, Mason, but I don't think Dave is washed. I think we've been in a really unique situation, and he's been very limited on how outlandish maybe he can be. And I'm hoping that we see maybe a little bit of a change this year. I think we'll know in workout 1 of the open, to be honest. If like, and so, all right, we'll stop there. We can.
What do you think that we'll know in workout 1?
I think we'll know if Dave is washed in workout 1 of the open. Because if workout 1 of the open is dumbbell snatches and burpees again, then I'll be like, all right.
Yeah. But I think there's also there's just levels to this, right? Because that consideration of like, is he potentially handcuffed by being forced to make the open more inclusive or whatever, and so then it's getting pasted on him when truly he has to work within the confines that he's given from the powers that be. Like that's a possible thing. Also the chat is frozen, but I think there's some really good stuff going on in there. So, Jeremy says 2015 and 2016 can't even be counted since they did Murph. So even though the squat numbers have gone down and they may have, and there may be questionable workouts and it's too heavy machine, saying or implying Castro.
I don't even know what that means. I think I know where he's trying to go. Like if you move Murph, if you remove Murph from those years, right, then it's a lot less, right? And
right, that's what he's saying.
Pretty normal.
And then Vicky says she definitely doesn't think that he has the same freedom in programming the way that he used to. And also, Trish, we will get Trish paid for one. We'll pull it up when we can, or what do you want to do?
Yeah,
they're just frozen, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I think
we're still paying attention.
Yes. Okay, so I think Mason, obviously, I mean, I understand where he's coming from.
And right? I thoroughly enjoy, yet again, their perspectives. Like, I love having these people to push back and create new ideas and make you consider different things.
This is a great point. I think that's a great segue into Seth of like pushing back. And so, because we all have different ideas. So I just want to listen through this. I wish I could fast forward. It's kind of long, but anyways.
Andrew Hiller and Mason Startup released a video called Dave Castro is Washed. Mason gives stats as to why he believes the programming is getting worse, including a lack of squats in recent years, as well as some events that didn't pan out to be totally equal. And now I'm all for fair criticism for those who are in charge of putting on the test to find the fittest athlete on earth. However, it can be a bit of a slippery slope, because if you start to doubt their abilities to create the test, then you're questioning the validity of the title fittest on earth in totality. And also, if you dismiss even 1 year of the CrossFit Games test, you're dismissing every year of the CrossFit Games because of the level of subjectivity that goes into writing a program that will determine the winner. Something to keep in mind is even though a lot of us have a strong grasp as to the methodology of CrossFit, the CrossFit Games test itself has no actual guardrails whatsoever. It is complete.
Which it shouldn't. I just want to make that very clear. It should not have guardrails.
Completely subjective and 100% open to interpretation. That interpretation has been done by Dave Castro most of the years and by Boz one of the years. But if anybody else had that job as well, they would also have specific biases that came out, just like you may claim Dave or Boz would have when looking at their tests. Our standard to find the fittest on earth begins actually at the CrossFit Games and not at the Open, because we don't get to carry any of our past performances over throughout the season. That test ends at an arbitrary finish line that's usually fairly unknown. We've accepted this of being the method since 2007, and I believe we're going to accept this to be the method moving forward. Fittest on Earth has just become a title for the winner of the CrossFit Games, because if you were actually doing a test to find the fittest on Earth, you would have infinite variables to be tested. The test would go forever. I
don't know if I agree with that.
Be no finish line, and you could never actually crown a winner. I think my point to all this is just that the CrossFit Games is very subjective in nature, and anybody who gives critiques or criticisms to the programming or the way the game season should be approached are just basically giving their opinions on how they would like to see it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have my own opinions and criticisms myself. However, it doesn't make it more right or less right than what Dave and the current team is actually doing. I just think conceptually people have an idea of what they expect the CrossFit Games test to look like. But again, that's just your opinion. There is no actual rules on how this is supposed to be tested, no guidelines on how many times we have to test certain movements, what should be tested, what shouldn't. I mean, there are even still active debates as to what falls into the category of being a functional movement.
Okay. All right. We got it. Okay. So I think the big, yeah, I know that got way too long. Sorry, guys. I kept thinking it ended, but I forgot it was literally like the full 3 minutes. Seth is, dude. I always love when Seth talks. I don't always like his programming and opinion, right? Just in general, but I do love when he speaks on any topic whatsoever. He's a super smart guy. I think he's very well thought, and he just he just like explains his point really, really well. And I like a lot of the things that he brings up here, I think all coming back to it's extremely subjective. And I think that's the entire nature of this beast. And when we have this view of exactly what we should be testing and how we should be testing it, then we end up, I don't know. I think we end up with like the IF3. Right. I think that's the only direction it goes if we start putting parameters around how the test should be designed. Right. So,
well, and you said it's subjective. And one of if we take this to, the games is the test that, I mean, at the end of the day, we've created sport from a methodology, right? Or we've created, there has been now a structure for a number of years that has turned this thing into a sport version of itself. And so in that, for example, we just had the Super Bowl, and it was, who was best in that singular. I mean, they had to perform to get there, right? Just like the qualification process to get to the games. But like, it's you win or lose that game,
Right.
and it's one performance over the course of a few hours. And so this is, you do the things that you need to do to arrive there. And then once you're there, you got one weekend shot at this thing. You either win or you don't. And so it is a title that is just in this isolated thing, but for the sake of how a sport works, like that kind of just is how that. I understand his idea about like no one would ever truly be, or they would only be for that given moment, and it would be constantly moving. But we don't like what do we do with that?
Right. Mason makes a point which that because it was the closest games ever on the men's side, that a different programming creates a different winner, and that might be true. Right. Or like a different situation, i.e. the pegboards goes a different way and there's a different winner. And so I think that proves your point that it's just the weekend and the test at hand is the test at hand. And so whatever comes up. He was putting it at the point that the programming becomes more and more and more important. And it's like, well, the programming is subjective and there are no guidelines. And that's the entirety of the unknown and unknowable. And being prepared for anything. So,
and that's a unique feature of this, that imagine if you pulled that away. Like, let's play out the scenario of like, you must have at every games, it's going to take 4 days. It's going to be 14 total tests. Right. You must have this many, like if you put too much, then like that would take away from what it is. And I think that those are features about it that we find as fans of it pretty exhilarating. And I think if you remove those things, then all of a sudden now everyone's going to complain that now you have another High Rocks race and it never changes.
Right. Exactly. And so we say that's what we want, right? Like, like John here again, just 180 degrees at all times. It's wild.
He's your bestie when it comes to you guys' way of thinking.
It's crazy.
Yet again, I think he's always posing questions. Does he make an actual hard stance here, or does he just kind of probe?
No, he says, I think there can be guardrails.
So then I'd be curious what he means by
for sure. Guardrails. I mean, that's what like Seth's response is, it's hard to know where to start. And it is hard to know where to start. Like, what do you start with? Do you start with the broadness of the test? There has to be 2 strength tests, 2 aerobic tests, 2 blah, 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 and 2 blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we're at 8. How many tests does there need to be? How long does the test need to do? Like, how long does the test need to be? How many days, right? What does the season structure have to look like? And so while there certainly are some benefits in knowing a season structure, I maybe wish that it probably wouldn't change. And, but the only thing that happens from that is we become IF3. Like, that's the only thing. Something already does that. It's pretty terrible. No one wants to do it except random masters in Australia.
IF3 is the one that had all of those logistical problems recently as well, right? Wasn't it a big mess? And so I'm not even sure that I know of what it is outside of that it was a mess recently.
So the IF3 was created by Gretchen Kittelberger, who was part of OPEX, and she was a lawyer for CrossFit for a long time, and or for back in the day. And so her and OPEX came together to create a functional fitness racing league that can go into the Olympics, because CrossFit can never be an Olympic sport because it's a brand. And so those are the rules behind it. Should it be an Olympic sport? 100%, but it can't be, because CrossFit, the name, is a brand, not a sport. Right? It's a brand first. And so because of that, they had to rename it, and they had to create structure behind it so that they could find a way to get into the LA games in 2020. That's been their goal since like 2014 or whenever it was announced. And so they didn't make it. They didn't get put in. It hasn't grown like they thought it would, or whatever it is. So
do you think that CrossFit should be an Olympic sport?
I would love for it to be an Olympic sport. I just think there should be more views. John, you may speculate.
I asked for permission to speculate, by the way, which we already did. So
I think it would be fun to be an Olympic sport. I mean, there's, just in the sense of, I think it would be great to get more eyes on our sport. That's it. Not in the sense of we would.
I don't even know how you make that thing come to fruition.
Right.
I don't know how you. Yeah. Let's let's pull before we get too far away from it. I know this was a ways back in the chat, but sorry guys that we just can't access the comments in real time on the show. But Trish says Boz programmed better opens, not sorry. So thank you for the $1.99. And he just programmed what, 2 opens?
Just 123.
That was it?
Yep, that was it.
I just think
Ben was fired, or Dave was fired before 22. Before the 2022 Open, but he had already programmed all of it, and so they ran with it. And so I thought 23 was great. Correction, I think 23.3 was the most complex and difficult workout that was ever written for the Open.
Really?
That was wall walks, double unders, squat snatches, wall walks, double unders, heavier squat snatches, strict handstand push-ups, double unders, heavier squat snatches, and then more handstand push-ups, more double unders, and the heaviest squat snatch. And so just that interfering compound like we've talked about before, right?
But you really like that though. Like you're saying it was a little bit more.
It was great. Well, it was perfect because everyone can play. Everyone can play. If you're going to do something that's that complex, you have to have whatever you guys want to call it, a stop gate or a progression or a ladder look at, like an increasing complexity, and then wall facing. There we go. And so I actually didn't know this. Is that real? Boz changed the shuttle runs in 22.1, which was 15 minutes, 3 wall walks, 12 dumbbell snatches, 15 box jump overs, or something like that. I didn't know that the box jumps were supposed to be shuttle runs. That would have been a way slower workout. Huh.
I definitely like the idea of it being box jump overs instead.
Yeah, I was just so bad at wall walks. I had a really good year that year in 21. But I was so bad. I was so bad at wall walks. I didn't know.
I thought everyone knew that it was a garage friendly.
Yeah, dang. Well, I feel shame on me for not knowing that.
Shame. I think it'll be really interesting this year to see, because of, I know I've said it a few times here, but because Dave is listening so much more, or being open about listening so much more, to get to see, we are literally less than 2 weeks away from the first Open announcement, the first Open workout. We're going to see what happens there. And I think that's going to be pretty telling. Of course, we'll see the full 3 weeks in its breadth to be able to make a clear judgment on it. But if it's really similar to the past years, then at what point do you just believe that that's because of that handcuffing that we referenced, that maybe he really is kind of put in a box here and this is what he's allowed to do? Because do you think he would keep it so similar year over year of his own volition? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I want to believe that. I really do. But I mean, we're going on, a few years now, and it's man, I just want to see something different.
Sure.
I want to be fired up, and so
we are 9.5 days. Thank you.
I know.
Grant.
Burpees under bar. I think the new move, and so this is also makes me sad. Last year, the new movement was a walking lunge, by the way, in case no one knew that. It was just a walking lunge with no weight. That was theoretically the new movement. And not that you have to have a new movement. He has said you don't have to have a new movement, but defining that as a new movement would be like defining the new movement this year, a burpee over a rower. And I'm going to fucking I'm going to throw a plate through the fucking window if that's the new movement.
Oh, you're going to be upset. Yeah.
And so, again, I don't think washed is the right term. I feel like there has to be something. If we see a dumbbell in a burpee in week 1 again, not so the only way it's not a fail, in my opinion, is if it's something absolutely atrocious, 100 dumbbell snatches into 100 burpees, where it's where there's grit, there's grind, there's this I don't know, at least it's a little different than
those other structures are pretty gritty too. Grit is a huge factor in the other ones.
I don't know.
Okay, wait. So the only way that would make it not a total fail. So what would make it a win to you?
26.1?
Yes.
just at least maybe honestly like an implement we haven't seen, or something that's increasing in complexity, like finishing with a muscle up, like kind of just like putting it to everyone. Just like, hey, we're here. We still do hard shit. We don't just do dumbbell snatches and burpees. I don't know. I just think that would be, like finishing on a muscle up would be like no matter what came to that point, finishing on a muscle up or having a muscle up within the thing would be ideal. I also just the chat is.
Are you referencing a ring muscle up?
Yeah, ring muscle up.
Yeah, you want to.
Also another thing, Dave hasn't programmed a ring muscle up since 20.5. The only ring muscle up was in 23.1, and Boz programmed that open, and that was a repeat workout. So we haven't had a workout with a new ring muscle up or a ring muscle up in a new workout since 20.5, which was probably the coolest. Some people hated it, but I thought it was the coolest workout ever in the open. It was a choose your own adventure.
John's in the chat.
And so it's 11 in the morning over here.
Yeah, so he's halfway around the world.
Oh, he's definitely not. All right, well, where's it 11?
Yeah, hold on.
All right, time.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, 11 a.m. So he's 15 hours ahead of us. Where is it 11 a.m.?
Nowhere.
Yes, it is. Sri Lanka. India. Indian Ocean.
CrossFit, help us.
Mumbai.
I feel like this is your moment. This is not my moment.
Yeah, this is definitely a you thing. All right. Am I here?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Uh-oh.
What?
I can't hear you. What happened? Can you hear me?
You can't hear me? Yeah. Ruh-roh.
I think it's on my end.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Let's see. Got to go back to the chat on my phone because the chat here is frozen. Just put us on the struggle bus.
Well,
the McNuggets are here, taste the same. Yeah, they can hear you.
Motherfucker.
That's explicit.
All right. I know they could. All right, here we go. We're back.
You can hear us now?
Oh, we're on a delay.
Me in the chat, that is. So Tubulant says, I just hope that they are all able to be done RX at least halfway through. They can progress to where many of us hit a wall, but I don't want to have to scale any workouts just to do them. Did you hear that?
No.
He's trying.
Yeah, guess we're going headphones.
What's happening? You falling apart?
I don't know. My guys just stopped working, and then I started hearing it out of my phone. All right, I'm back.
Okay, I did. It populated, so we can bring it up now. This one by Tubulance. I just hope that they are all able to be done RX at least halfway through. They can progress to where many of us hit a wall, but I don't want to have to scale any workouts just to do them. And I think if you were to speak to, like, this is where, if you were to speak to the masses, I think that most would strongly agree with that.
Yeah. And so I wanted to come back to Leah's. So I don't know exactly what she was referencing. I'm not saying that anyone can do it better or there is better. I just think that if we see the same thing for the fourth year in a row or third year in a row, and really the fourth year in a row with Dave, because 2022 was dumbbell snatches in a very simple box jump, right? Like it's a very similar feel. You take 23 out, 23.1 was a repeat of 14.5. Or 14.4 anyways. And so it just seems like we're rinse repeat. And so on Mason's point, we should have combined the variables in as many ways that as creatively as possible. And I think I think that's important, right? And you know, the reason why a lot of us do CrossFit is because we have this like wicked ADD and we want to do new shit and
we don't want to get bored.
Things.
Okay, wait a second. So now I'm curious, what if, so you as a programmer pay close attention to many other programmers programming, right? Like your ear is, you know, you get a lot of inspiration from others. And my understanding is that other programmers that are pretty well known in the space also do that. So I'm just curious, how much inspiration does he pull from other people's minds?
Dave?
Yes.
Dave has said none ever.
So that's what my curiosity is that changing at all, or is that the same?
I hope it's different. I hope he's listening more. We know he is. We know
he's listening more to the banter.
We know he's listening more, for sure.
Other people's programming.
Right.
Is he looking at the programming at these other events? Is he potentially having conversations with others? Those would be things that we would both agree that would be probably wonderful to see.
I agree. And so wasn't this, so JD, this would be crazy. But wasn't this workout actually done in reverse at some point? So 12.4 was 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, and 30 muscle ups. Just to mind you guys, this is in 2012. 2012. Okay. 150 wall balls, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups in a 12-minute time cap. So anyways, it's
speaking of 150 wall balls, you sent me that thing about Colton Merton's doing the 1,000 with the 30-pound wall ball.
I just want to know what his time was.
Okay, so you asked me, and I'm like, does this mean that you know this? And then I was attempting to do the math, and I was like,
I have
no idea what the compounding impact of doing that. And also that's a 30-pound ball. So I guess Colton Merton's in, what was it, 2021, did 1,000 wall balls for time with a 30-pound wall ball, which is
bonkers.
Unfathomable to me. And also I was ill-advised for 99.99 whatever percentage of us. Like, it's just like so far beyond the volume that any of us ever even come anywhere close to.
1,000 with 30 pounds.
I can't make it.
The answer is no one. The answer is 100% of no one needs to do this.
Correct. Right. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. So if he actually did that, how long did that take? I just don't even know what to do with that.
Right.
I guess he did do it.
I think he did it in tens the whole way. And I'm guessing it probably took something like 10 on the minute. 10 on the minute for 100 minutes would be my guess, an hour 40. That's my guess. Something like that. I think Hepner has done it at 20. Hepner would do this at I'll never forget when Hepner did a Murph at like 60 pounds.
Oh yeah. With a rough
like under an hour.
I think he said, didn't he say that every year he does some different variation? Like he switches it in some form or fashion?
I know he did for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does like in the past couple of years, like with his whatever it's called, tactical.
Hey, CrossFit said the 12 point whatever workout was, I guess it shouldn't surprise us, but he said that workout spanked me, which means he was around then, but of course.
Yeah.
John says he's not in Sri Lanka. Hold on. I wanted to touch on this. Jeremy says, what's wrong with scaling? Because above someone mentioned, I brought up that comment. And in day-to-day training, scaling is incredibly wise to get the minimum or to get the intensity or whatever the intended stimulus is. So in day-to-day training, scaling, wise choice, right? But I understand that most do not want to scale the open workouts and would rather get a score at the RX.
I think so let's see, 15.3. There it is. It was 15.3, JD. 14 minutes, 7 muscle ups, 50 wall balls, 100 double unders. Okay.
Did you pull up Lee's comment yet?
No, not yet. So what's wrong with, there's nothing wrong with scaling. I think it's fine. I do think
in the open.
And I think if you opened the first workout of the open with a muscle up, a lot of people would be like, fuck yeah, brother. Like they would. But
what percentage of CrossFitters that are signed up for the open would actually respond to seeing that and be like, F yeah, brother?
Probably everyone that can do a muscle up.
Right. And then the rest of them, absolutely not. So a very large percentage of people would be very upset about that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And so, but it's been done before. 15.3.
Yes.
And
over a decade ago, it was done.
Right. And so,
you've been working so hard to build this thing back up, and do you want to piss all these people off? Like, those are very real considerations. Can you imagine being in the position of having to make that decision?
Yeah, it's hard for sure. I wouldn't want anyone else making that decision except Dave. Right. You know, and so just to come back to Lee's comment, we'll pull it up. Thank you, Lee, by the way. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you, even though you're yelling at us, which is totally fine. That's the whole point of the show. Conversation. Dave Castro is CrossFit, far from washed. Good grief, get off his back. Your opinion doesn't make it true. I'm not. God, far from thinking my opinion ever makes anything true. Just your opinion, son. Set the spot on. TDC is CrossFit, and I don't disagree. I just think if we see dumbbells and burpees for week 1 again, something is not right. Something's weird. Either he's lost his finger on the pulse, or I guess we can take Seth off the screen. And so anyways,
that's great though. I mean, like that you just said a very simple, a reasonable statement. That was so reasonable. And then CrossFit said, if I'm an owner pumping FNL, I'm livid, talking about if it opens up with something that 90+% of your members are unable to do. Like totally understand. I mean, yeah, these are very real considerations. But like you said, just because we're not saying open with muscle ups doesn't mean it's not, hey, do something drastically different than was done last year and the year before and the year before.
This is a good question. Shelly, how many people do we lose on the years where the first open workout is boring? CrossFit, fuck you.
What did he say?
It's below there. I can't do one either. So I think I could rock out a strict mode. Actually, I don't know. I'd probably tear my pec again.
Yeah.
Less than if it's too hard, for sure. I think way less than if it's too hard. I think, again, Avera would always make this comment as like, the people here, like, we're hardos, like, by definition, right? Like, we are, like, we're not a great patient population, you know what I mean? Like, we're exceptionally biased, and so it is. I don't think there's that many people that don't sign up because the open is boring. If they're going to sign up, they're going to sign up. But there are certainly people who don't sign up because it's too hard. And guys, we coach that range of athlete, like scaled 50 percentile to like barely making quarterfinals. And we get it all the time that they say it's too heavy and it's too high skilled. Oh, because we coach a lot of 55 plus. I can't believe 55 plus has chest to bars, or they still have toast. You know, we get it all the time, right? So it only seems that way in this space because, unfortunately, people like John, you know, or like say it's too light, it's too easy, it's not a great test, and you know, and so on. And a lot of people tend to agree with him because he's loud and whatever. And a lot of people in here, we think like that at times, mainly because we've been RX athletes for a really long time and we've seen the test way harder at some points, right? Mason does make a good point of like, at least on the excitement portion of it, that 14, 16, 17 were crazy awesome years. And then we had 24 and 25, which are arguably some of the most boring from a programming standpoint years, creativity and so on. But again, I hope there's something that is limiting that. I know there has to be. We know there was this year, 25 for sure. So like he was very clear about that. Like they've talked about it. Like they just needed to win. They needed to be clean and simple, executed well, and so on.
Yeah. Well, and also, so then if we were to define a boring workout, right? Like that's of course going to be a subjective definition. But to me, how many people do we lose on years where the first open workout is boring? And it's like, I think that to me, what I'm hearing from many and would not disagree with is it becomes boring when it's repetitive. So it could like, that's the key. Cause like the first time that an open workout was programmed with dumbbell snatches and burpees, I don't know that anybody was upset. But then when it was repeatedly done, then it was like, okay, we want something different. So, because I mean, any test, 7 minutes of burpees, you know, I mean, it could be looked at as boring, or it could just, when it's something different, you know, like, because any workout you can make absolutely miserable, right? Like it can look incredibly boring on paper. And if you try hard enough, it's anything but. So anyway.
Yeah. So CrossFit says the cardio specialists of the good old days aren't memorable. That's not true, because the only barbell specialist to win on the female side is Tia, and Tia wasn't a barbell specialist till 2020. So like she wasn't the strongest athlete. They were all cardio specialists. Katrin,
Sam Briggs is pretty memorable.
Sam, she's not a barbell athlete.
The cardio specialists of the good old days aren't memorable.
I'm disagreeing with CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm saying every female except Tia breaks this statement. Every single one.
I'm trying to think on the male side now.
None of the males do, unfortunately, because it's Rich and Matt. It's Rich, Matt, and Ben. Justin maybe, but he wasn't, you know, like he was just well balanced.
Yeah.
Before Rich, it was. I mean, like Jason wasn't strong. He was just a brute. You know, like he didn't snatch more than everyone else. He couldn't even snatch 135. Right.
Give me a memorable cardio male.
Yeah, for sure. No, there's not. And that's on the one side, right? That's just on the male side. That's because the male has always been dominated by strength. So Rich was stronger, Matt was stronger, they moved better. I mean, arguably their ability to move best was superseded their strength.
Yeah, so they were just mechanically sound.
They were mechanically more sound. On the women's side, that's not true. Like I would argue that Tia isn't like mechanically, like you can just look at, like if you didn't know, like you would look at her and like, oh, she has a lot of things that she probably could change. Now, should she? No, I think that would probably make her worse. But from like here's the picture perfect subjective way we teach X, Y, and Z, overhead positioning, squat pattern, you know, all of those things. Yes. Like if you didn't know who she was, you would think that we would want to change some of those things, but, you know, and so, yeah, exactly. So ignore Tia. It's like, I mean, all of them. Katrin wasn't a great mover. Annie was very sus moving. Julie was the only great mover, but Julie never won the CrossFit Games. Sam wasn't a great mover. So anyways, Salo, sure. Miko, perfect. There's our one cardio guy. He's only famous because of his fucking mindset and the fact that he has a aerobic workout named after him that everyone does every year.
Do we want to go on to Dave Castro's week in review?
Sure.
Oh, well, no, actually the next one, would you mind pulling up? It's a DM to you from me on Instagram. I sent.
About with When Nerds Teach?
Nope, the other one.
Okay.
CrossFit posted the other one.
All right.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
I should have to make sure they're behind. There we go. There definitely is things you can see. Let's find a way to.
What?
Well, you can like see stuff.
Oh, like your.
Yeah, like things that we probably shouldn't see. Well, I did this the other day, and I'm surprised no one. There's just like some messages. I'm like, I probably shouldn't see that. Okay.
Wait, we could see your messages?
Well, yeah, because like the screen, it doesn't take up the whole screen when you pull it up, you know, and so like.
So now I'm going to go back and be a total creep. Got it.
What's your messages?
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm not going to.
There we go.
Being in the tunnel.
Oh, that's not. All right, here we go.
Scared. Just reminding myself that if I don't win the CrossFit Games.
Can you hear it? Yes.
Yes, I can hear it.
I'm never going to be able to get over this. Ever.
This is the tightest race we have ever had in the history of the CrossFit Games.
But Mason says that's bad.
CrossFit Games are the ultimate test to find the fittest on earth.
It's being Superman, and the CrossFit Games find Superman and Superwoman.
The Games is not just 10 workouts that we're doing for fun. The Games is a grueling test.
This could be a make or break event for everyone's podium hopes.
That James squat is something to remember.
That was the point where I was like, people are going to be loving this. I even said it on the radio to my head judges. It's like, hey, I think we're in the CrossFit Games now. Like, this is it.
I feel like if I'm not competing, I have to say goodbye.
T is trying to balance, am I still the competitor that I used to be?
Disaster! Unbelievable!
This workout is my CrossFit Games on the line.
Who will be crowned the fittest on earth?
That was a really good trailer.
It just takes me back to like all of those bodies doing those things. If you're not a CrossFitter, you're like, what is that?
Right.
Like that is so reminiscent of those early documentaries, and just you can't look away.
Yeah. It'll be a good documentary. I think the race was really good. Obviously we all know it and we know the results. And so it was, yeah, I mean, I hope it's good. I mean, I'll pre-order it. I'll spend all my money and do whatever it is.
It comes out on March 3rd and I think it's like $12 or something.
Right. We should just like stream it on here and just totally get go to the YouTube channel. So,
we will not be doing that.
Banana Dance Man. The games have never been less grueling. Last year's games was 3 days indoor, 2016 regional. I've been saying this since 2018. When they left Madison, the grueling aspect went away, or it went away some, mainly because the entire games was outdoors for.
Yeah, well, watch what happens this year.
And pretty much all of it, right?
That we'll get that back.
Right. And so, well, when they go to the ranch, if we assume that they're going to go to the ranch, but it's still indoors. Like the whole thing is indoors on the other days,
well,
right?
From what we know.
And so, right. I mean, they're in an arena, right? They're going to use the arena. And so, I do agree with this. And I've said this for forever. Outdoor makes CrossFit better. There's nothing that will ever change my mind about that. That is for sure 0% in Dave's ability to change.
From a spectacle perspective.
I mean, even in my opinion, even the test, I like a grueling test.
Okay.
I like a grueling test. I want to see them there because I want to look at the games and be like, I can't fucking do one of those things. I don't want to look at the CrossFit games and be like, I can do all of these. I just do them a lot slower. Like that's how I view the CrossFit. That's like a personal fan opinion, right? Like when I look at the games athletes, I want to see workouts where I'm like, I don't even know if I get 10% of the way through that workout. Right. And so when I see an entire competition that I can do every piece of it, then I don't know, to me, it's like, it's just like not there now, because then it's just racing, right? Then it's every second counts, which I think has a place, but I don't think it should have a place, but it shouldn't have a place for every workout.
Sure.
Right. Like even on Dave's, how he programs the 3 workouts, something everyone finishes, something some finish, and something no, like very, very few finish. That hasn't happened in a long time. Like he hasn't had that at the highest level.
The games or in the open?
Well, I don't think he does that. I don't think he does that in the open, for sure, because most of them are not for times. There's like usually one, but most of the time it's like he tries to do an AMRAP in that short amount of time. I mean, I guess it's like 50-50. I say that. And then last year there was two and one.
Yeah.
But
a lot didn't finish some of that.
And so, that's how I view it. So I agree with Banana Dance Man. It's been less grueling, right? But I think that came on the back of putting a portion of it inside, right? Of like going into the Coliseum and then having the entire games in 2024 and 2025 at fully indoor venues, right? So anyways, that's like a personal opinion. And we've talked about it mainly on this as like a spectacle. Like all the memorable workouts are outside. They just are.
Yeah, I definitely think this, from the spectacle perspective, getting outdoors is favorable, but I think you can still do a ton indoors. But yeah. Also, the next portion is we look at 15 and 16 in these games that we thought were amazing, and these opens that we thought were amazing. We'll pull the opens out because like they're so different, right? But like we look at 15 and 16 and 17, and we look at the games that we think
And and so Leah, you're just proving my point. That entire CrossFit Games was outdoors. The entire games was outdoors. And that's why 2020 was amazing. So 2020 is pulled out. You're right. I didn't mean since they left. That I don't count that year. That year was crazy. A lot of different stipulations. Only programming for 10 people or 5 people technically means you can do whatever the fuck you want, and that's super cool. JD has a great point. They're so good. The athletes are so good now that back in 15 and 16, no matter what you wrote, someone was going to go as hard as fucking possible and be way out in the lead no matter what. Every workout. It didn't matter what it was. And so it was cool to watch Rich Froning be in 26th place out of 30 for the first 25% of every workout and then just go and just hawk them down, right? And so it made those workouts cool because some people would blow up and some people would do well. Everyone is so good now. And so I think Dave has even more of a challenge on his back to create designs and workouts that people are confused by or unsure about, right? Like the thruster rope climb workout to finish the games last year. That's a good workout. But everyone knows where they're going to fuck up. So they don't fuck up. They don't blow up. They don't drop the bar, right? I mean, you could make the bar 185 and be like, oh, now we're going to be a failure. But like, okay, so you just made it heavier, right?
Yeah, the athlete IQ has continued to shift up. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. For everyone who's, I mean, it's also been around longer. Like that's part of the reality. Like CrossFit was new. Now it's not. Now people have been doing it for over a decade, usually by the time they get to the games.
Right. And so comparing like that final workout or even the pegboard workout, right? Comparing those workouts to when they were first introduced or to similar workouts back in 15, 16 or 14 or whenever is not fair because everyone's going to try and go and win the workout and you're going to see people completely blow up and then people execute really, really well. Now everyone just paces at the exact same time and they know where to strike and make their move. Like, oh, I'm just not going to really push the intensity for the first 80% of this workout and then I'm going to try and send it. You know what I mean? Like they're just smarter. And so I think what that does is same. And this is what I said about workout 1 in the CrossFit Games is I felt like the row didn't matter quite as much. Ended up mattering more than I anticipated, right? Because like everyone's runs were really, really close.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
The same people won though. Like the order didn't change, but it did change. It did seem like the row made a bigger difference. But if you make something like that and you make the row worth points, now no one knows what to do because you don't know what the other athletes are going to do. The problem isn't that the athletes know what to do. It's that they know what all the other athletes are going to do exactly. Yeah. And so it's like going into a test and knowing all the answers or going into a football game and knowing exactly what the defense is going to run, right? Or the offense is going to run. So you can have the perfect defense. And so you can game off of everyone. And that's what a lot of people do because they all train together. They've all seen each other do it. Everyone has the same mind. There's nothing that unique. And so you have to start finding more unique ways to score it or to require people like Boz did on whatever Jackie Pro. And he required the row to be at a certain pace, right? And so what that did is that basically pulled everyone off their game because everyone would have rowed within the same 5 seconds anyways, just 15 seconds slower, right? And so now everyone rowed the exact same pace. Now, who's got it to finish, right? And so anyways, I think there's creative ways to take out the athlete IQ a little bit more than maybe we have in the past couple of years. So to make the gruelingness, to answer that gruelingness question or the spectacle question or whatever that might be, or statement.
Phil says maybe some sort of obstacle course or odd object carry workout. I think it will be interesting to see since he's been so fascinated with this ruck and heavier ruck behavior. It'd be real interesting to see if Dave winds up trying to incorporate some heavy ruck work in some way to the games just based on his clear personal and maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. That's the thing about him is even though we sit here and say he's so predictable, well, he's sort of so predictable. He's
right. So coming to this, CrossFit says it's like Formula One. You usually know who's going to be top 5. Well, we don't know right now in the CrossFit Games.
You know who's going to be top 10 though.
Top 10, yeah, but that's not top 5. That's a huge difference. We used to always know who's going to be top 3, right? We always knew who's going to win. Anyway.
You good, bro?
No, I'm dying.
I'm not good. Okay, we should pull up the weekend review.
Okay. All right.
Wouldn't it be funny if John just like hopped in real quick? It's 11 a.m. You're awake, dude.
I'm gonna start calling him Johnny.
Do it.
Actually,
I feel like he would not like it.
No, he won't. But immediately, I'm gonna start calling him Johnny for sure. All right. Okay. What's our timestamp?
Let's go to 9:35.
Let's jump into comments. At Extremist 1978, hey Dave, thanks for what you do. Last year there was a brief tease about regular Joes auditioning to read the open announcements. Not sure much ever came from that. May I ask that you and HQ give it another shot? Here's my pitch. You could charge to submit audition videos for 2027 Open, $250. Could be narrowed down. You could also have it kind of done at the affiliate of the winner. This would promote the different boxes, kind of like your interviews. You could have more of a regular Joe do the workout. Hear me out. I was watching the open workout announcement from 2012. It was very grassroots. We all love seeing the elite smash workouts, though for the majority of us, we are nowhere close. Imagine having people closer to the top 25%. I personally think this would drive more signups as more people say, I can do that at that level. In my humble opinion, we always have the games and the social to see the elites, but who drives the open the box with us trying to make quarter and semifinals? This was a little quickly written. Happy to email you a better business plan if you like. Okay, cool. I appreciate the comment. A lot there. That's a good idea. I don't know if we're going to do it, but cool idea. I wouldn't charge $250. I'd let people submit videos. In terms of this year's open announcements, I'm definitely doing the first one. I committed to that. I want to do it. I'm excited about doing it.
Dave, stop fucking teasing us. Just put on your big boy pants and do all of them. We don't need to change it.
He said he'll likely do all three. Can we talk about, okay, how did my brain get here? I literally listened to this, and because they had just suggested having average Joes do the workouts and he rolled straight into making the announcements, in my mind, I thought Dave Castro was going to do the workouts live.
Nice. That would be sick.
That would be sick, but also like, what? I don't know how I drew that connection, but I really did. Anyway, I love the idea of whenever we used to have, like, of course, the easy grab is like Roe versus Boz, right? And they're not average Joes, but they're not top level athletes. And so, man, it would be so cool. And you have so many characters involved in the space at this point that would be so down to do that.
Oh, you mean like people in the space, like names in the space that are normal to do it?
Yes, sure, because then you would already have like some relationship and awareness of their capacity. But because I'm thinking of like the lift of if they have people submit videos and they have to go through the applications or whatever that process looks like who is the personnel who is doing that and orchestrating that? So sure, if that is something that they can figure out, great. But you do have other people that are more average Joe-ish that are involved. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
They have had that. I mean, we've had average shows like 22 and 23, like when they did it at Proven, like when Ariel Lowen, when they did that bar muscle up thruster workout, the 5 rounds for time, thruster, chest to bar, heavier load, thruster, bar muscle up. And so,
why did you laugh?
It'll be good.
Was that the laughter is not very convincing.
It would be a absolute domination.
She's strong.
Let's just move on. All right. So they do it there. I mean, I think they've done this for a long time. I think you would run circles around her. Right?
Oh, I think it depends on the workout. I don't know her fitness, but I think it depends on the workout. Anyway, I didn't mean that, and I just genuinely was like, "Oh, are you saying that we wouldn't be fun to watch?"
No, you would be fucking impressive to watch, but I think you would make Lauren feel really bad about herself.
Oh, I don't think that, but
okay, 20 or 16.1 was this one. Regular people go after the pros. Yeah, they've done that a lot. And so where was
Price Invasion do it last year? Totally.
Why is it at 1.5 speed? My brain just absolutely cannot function at single speed anything.
Vicky hates that about us.
Zero.
It's
like
so
nothing.
funny. Hey,
Absolutely
you slowed
nothing.
it down to 1.25.
Yeah. It was 1.25.
You consciously did that. In my mind, you did it for Vicky.
I did it for everybody because I was like, oh, that's how I view it. But like, I can't handle. I hate watching shows live.
Same.
Unless
Well, I don't hate
plan-
watching them live, but I thoroughly enjoy speeding them up.
Unless I plan on commenting, like unless I plan on engaging in the chat, dude, I'm not watching anything live because I can't handle the one. I can't do it. I can't do it. Dave does not talk fast at all. All right, here we go. I think burpees will be in the open. That's yes.
Haven't they
100%.
been for 15? Or something crazy?
There's 1 year. There was one. Well, double unders is the only one that's been in every open.
Okay.
So
what is that? 16 or is that 15?
Technically 23. They were not in the open because it was a burpee pull up. So it wasn't a burpee but it was like a non-traditional burpee variation. And so 23 was technically the only year that a burpee over something was not in the open. I could be
funny. Okay, we have to go back to the average Joes.
Okay.
Do it. Do you agree? We should
That
do
there
that?
should be. Yeah.
That there should be elites and then there should be
they do
average Joes.
They have that. A lot of the years they have that.
Are they gonna have it this year?
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, they should, but you should see the drop off on it. It's crazy. Like no one's watching. They put it before, like at different points. Like they put it before the elites go in some years. And what year? What year was CrossFit? What year do we not have any? Anyways,
I wonder if they'll actually have Chase and James do, because they're already competing against one another. Chase is going to be out every one of them. Hobart works for HQ.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
Yep. 2016 was the year with 2. 16.5 was thrusters and burpees, and then 16.1 was burpees, overhead lunges, and chest to bars. So,
okay. So do you want to go to the next timestamp?
Sure. What's timestamp?
This is less interesting for most, but I liked it. 11:05.
I knew it.
Oh. It's not about nutrition.
Oh, we're at 11:05.
Okay, great.
Oh.
Definitely trending in that direction. At Coach Drevel 9016, is it possible to bring back CrossFit mailing out certificates for the L1 through L4? It's really a buzzkill to have.
Funny. So funny. I was just going through because I changed offices and I found my L2 certificate that says don't bend. And I was just like, damn, I didn't get an L3 certificate. That's so
No, you did not.
Literally yesterday I was thinking about that.
Have to print out your own. If this is cost and labor prohibitive, how about adding the option for additional cost? I get asked all the time where I got my level 3 patch. For many, this is another buzzkill because they are only available at the games and other events. Any thoughts on an online store for CrossFit credential and certification holders, L1 through L4, patches, shirts, and whatever you can think of for coaches to buy and fly the CrossFit flag? Those are really good ideas. I'm going to look into that. At Just Move.
I love it. Please and thank you.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Not really any further commentary. I just was really happy to see that, and that he was like, "Oh yeah, look into it." I'm like, yeah, please do, because I'd love to buy some.
I wonder how much he actually looks into.
He's got a lot going on.
Oh, we got a lot. We missed a lot.
Of comments.
Yeah. I think so. I agree with Kenneth. So I'd rather row versus pause. I think if we're going to do average Joes, it should be people we know. So we can either really root for them or make fun of them.
So personalities in the space.
Yeah. Personalities in the space.
Okay, let's throw some out there. Who would we want to have do it? Obviously, John, because he talks a lot of crap. So like for sure, John.
But not John versus Tyler or John versus Spin. Like John versus Tyler is kind of boring. They've done it a lot.
John versus Taylor.
John. Well, no, it's got to be Taylor's too fit. Taylor's too fit to do it. Taylor in the open announcement would be fun because I think he has an opportunity to beat a lot of people in an open workout, depending on the workout.
John versus Bryson.
John versus Bryson might be good. Bryson's first going to find that. He's going to be upset. But
other personalities in the space who'd be willing to do it, that'd be really fun.
I don't know. Who's let's see. And I mean, I don't even think it has to be media personalities.
Somebody said John versus Be Friendly.
Be Friendly. That actually probably would be pretty good. Is Brian fit? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think Chuck and Boz.
Like Chuck Carswell?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Have some level 4s get out there.
Bill, Grunler, Chase. I think people that have either been really fit in our space, me and Jeremy, obviously. Jeremy, if I can do the workout, you just threw workouts out that I can't do. Dude, I'm just trying to stay above water here, bro. I'm trying not to put myself in the hospital anymore or any more regularly than I already do. So, oh yeah.
Oh my God, CrossFit and Boz. Bring it.
And Boz, that'd be great.
That would be good.
Wouldn't it be crazy if CrossFit was
bring Trish out there?
Perfect. Chase
yeah.
and John,
there we go. Wait, people from the chat. All right, that's even better. We should get like just our loyal chat members from ours and others.
Yeah, we should blur their face out the whole time.
Trish and CrossFit. It's been decided.
It's been decided. That's right.
Nicole Carroll, that's another good one.
Nicole would be good.
Oh, the owner of CrossFit Roots. What's Nicole Christensen? Just like OGs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it would be fun to see old games athletes do them. Like
Grant versus Gus.
Grant
versus Jeremy.
That's Grant versus Gus.
Whatever
the workout is, Gus would do double of whatever Grant would do. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, Gus is fit.
Gus is super fit.
Okay, sorry, Gus, if I should.
Very fit.
That. Oh, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie Latimer. Oh, get her and Carolyn. Jesus.
I think she said, Claire, let's go. She was saying to go against you. That was the statement.
Not with me and Jamie would whoop up on me.
I don't know.
I mean, I would do it.
Cool. CrossFit would be cool. Like Nick versus Torres versus Don. That would be good. Well, maybe not Don. Maybe like Jake. I don't know. Don. I don't think Don does a lot of fitness. But yeah, Nick Johnson versus Torres versus Don or versus Jake. I think that would be cool.
Oh yeah, camps, coaches of camps. That would genuinely pull some eyes if you had like Torres versus Shane Orr. I think didn't Shane say something somewhere to the effect of paying attention to his fitness?
He goes through waves, is what it's always seemed like.
Yeah. Have Ariel Lowen's husband, because I think isn't he actually pretty fit, even though he like jokes about himself.
He did that Cotillo workout. Yeah. Let's see. Dom is the original Torres.
Shane's undercover fit.
That's right. Dom is the original. Well, I think they worked there together. I don't know if Dom was actually an athlete before, like when Torres was like in a position to coach him. I think he might have been coaching there. I don't know. That's like, we're like going way back. Dylan would be an elite female. That's pretty funny. Dom was his client. Wow. That's wild.
Who are we referencing? I'm sorry, Dom.
Dom's the one-on-one coach for Mayhem.
Oh, yeah, your friend.
No, I'm not friends with Dom.
Oh, okay, just kidding. I don't know who I'm talking about.
You would know if you saw him. It's kind of scruffy, bigger guy.
Anyways. Oh yes, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I hope this is happening.
He's funny. He's so fun to watch. I hope his athletes.
Yeah, he's pretty animated.
So animated.
So is his wife. His wife gets like, she's just as animated.
I know.
I love it.
I love it too.
This would be great. I would be very excited for this. Like if they did something together.
Oh, that'd be an easy grab too, and great. It'd be a great build for the age group games too, just to kind of draw some more eyeballs there. Because I mean, my understanding is it's going to be these guys. It's going to be Dancer, like a bunch of the guys that are just aged up are going to show up this year. Apparently, that 35 to 39 is going to be stacked with prior games athletes.
Yes. Oh, did you see Noah? Noah's coming back. Noah can technically be a Masters athlete this year.
So he's going to do the Masters games?
I don't know, but he can. I think he turns 35.
What does he's coming back means? Didn't he retire?
No, I think he said he's coming back to compete. He released the video yesterday.
Okay.
The
wives interrupted. I actually really love this a lot.
Does it?
I think I would love having them commentate.
Yeah. One of them doesn't do any CrossFit, right?
Right. I think so.
I think it's Grace Ann. I don't think Grace Ann does any CrossFit at all, but Corinne and Danica do.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Sure.
This is true. This is very, very accurate. Noah's coming back, but kind of maybe not least committed come back ever for sure. Okay. What's next? Moving on. We're just like running in circles.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm having fun chasing my tail here. That was it for timestamps for those things. So I did send you one or two other things. The Nerds Who Teach thing, it wasn't, I mean, we could definitely pull that up and we could pull it up and watch it. Just, I want to keep drawing attention to her and more people out there creating content like this is good.
Word.
Thinking a lot about motivation today. As I went to the gym for open gym and then for some reason stayed for the class too. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I think people need to be reminded that you can do things out of love. Actually, it doesn't have to be shame. It can be love. I'm getting stronger for so many reasons. And part of that is because I love my body and I want to, have the ability to protect it. And I think that's really important. I'm getting stronger because I love my neighbors. I love the people around me. And if I can diversify the ways that I help them, why not? I mean, up until now, it's been a lot of, getting them to laugh and growing, a garden that was semi-successful. And I think I can maybe, we're going to branch out. We're going to branch out. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I haven't been motivated by pettiness or anger. And I'm not even saying there isn't a place for that from time to time. I'm just saying that I have found that for me to stick with something for the long term, love is there. Love is there. And happy Valentine's Day. I was thinking a lot about motivation today.
That's it. I just love her. Watching her progression into the space has been such a gift because it's so relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
What's your motivation?
For training?
Yeah.
I think there are many reasons why I choose to train today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the version of me that doesn't do really physically challenging things on a frequent basis. I don't like the way that I perceive myself. I don't know. I mean, I've just been given access to this tool and I find it to be quite useful. So it's just like you get to feel really empowered and capable. And like, I love that I can go around in day-to-day life and feel really confident about my ability to move myself and other objects through space and time, like that's a very empowering thing. And so of course, whether that's to be able to be useful to the people around you, which is great, to just have a better quality of life yourself. I need it for a mental health tool. And that's definitely something that I don't know, I've never been the best at prioritizing my journey as an athlete and in the most optimal way, because I'm more so like pick up the tool for mental health. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. CrossFit just really rides the mold line. It just makes me laugh. I appreciate that.
I think someone else above asked about it first.
Mm-hmm. I think it was CrossFit.
Was it? Why do you train so hard?
Oh man. Well, I don't train hard anymore, but
why do you train as hard as you can? God, there's so many reasons.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say my training is interesting. I don't really have an answer for that question. That's like podcast appropriate. I don't know, to like stay above water. We'll just keep it at that. It's probably like the most global answer that I can give. But today we had snatches, and so it was like 80% for a double, like on the 230. And I just don't snatch heavy. So I was like, all right, how am I going to like get some value out of today? And so I did the 2 snatches plus 10 back squats at the weight as like an unbroken complex. And man, dude, my legs are going to be so fucking sore. Like it was only like 145. But it made my workout tough today. I was like, it was because it was just supposed to be 5 sets of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically did that plus 50 back squats. And then the workout was like lunges, burpee pull-ups, and alternating hang dumbbell snatches. And my legs were, dude, it was heavy. It was heavy to get off the ground. After like 20 burpees, I haven't done a burpee in a month. I was like, ugh. So
wait, tell me the whole workout again.
So the strength was like on the 230, on on the 230 was 2 squat snatches, right? And so I didn't really want to snatch more than like 145. So I just worked on speed, and then I was like, well, I always try and just get a little bit of like hypertrophy in training. Like I just don't really care to Olympic lift for load. I just don't do it. And so so I'm like, all right, how can I make this valuable, right? I usually increase the volume or whatever it is, or add a squat pattern or an extra hinge pattern or something. And so then I just added, like after the second snatch, I just put it on my back and I did 10 back squats. And so like as like unbroken, no resting anywhere. And like, it was like just the right, like I came out of those last 2 sets and I was like, my legs are a little fatigued. And, we didn't have a lot of time into the workout. And the workout was 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, hang dumbbell snatch, 50-foot overhead walking lunge, and then that same number of burpees, right? So 12, 10, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, yes, I'm the worst in class, and I'm the worst class athlete. I listen, but like I always end up doing, well, I mean, I can't do, I usually change it to better for me and myself. Like
he also coaches other people. If he's in this class, taking class, he coaches others.
I ask if I do it, and I always make sure that it's okay.
I think it's funny. You can't help it. Hey, my workout today was
only in my gym, by the way. I never do that in a different gym.
Oh, really?
Never.
I mean, that's good.
No way. I don't say anything. If I'm in another gym, I do it exactly as asked, unless I'm injured. So
yeah.
Like, and then I'm like, hey, I got to change. I got to do my own. I got to change a little bit of it.
Sure.
But no, if I'm not it, no way. That's crazy. That would be insane. I would never do that.
In a random gym. Yeah.
In a random gym.
I don't know. It is tough. I remember dropping in somewhere recently and there was rope climbs and people are like, it was awesome, but there were a good number of people around me that were like just watching a lot and wanting some help. And we didn't spend a lot of time on that in the beginning anyway. And so I did wind up helping a couple girls and was like felt uncomfortable almost, but they were clearly like really interested in just getting a little bit of pointers because they were having a hard time.
Yeah.
So that was, I'm with you. I avoid coaching when I'm not the coach, but that situation did happen. My workout today, well, it was one that was WeDo.com. We do it a little bit delayed. So that's where it's from, but it was nothing crazy. It was just 30 box jump overs. It was 30 inches for the men, 24 for the women, into 150 air squats, into a mile run. And so it was nice that like all those mile runs sure come in handy because reasonable volume of air squatting into running for me, I don't typically, my low back is like, excuse me, which is interesting because it doesn't do that on a lot of other things. But anyway, but yeah, it was good. I'm just grateful for all the running that I do so that I could be like, hey, you're fine.
Do you want to dig into that to finish our show?
Sure.
Cool. So it was running and overhead squats, right?
No, not overhead squats, just air squats. But I've had 2 workouts relatively recently with running and air squats paired together. And so it talks to me.
My theory is we try to be too upright in the air squat. And so we have a lot of paraspinal bracing.
Okay.
And we don't need to. Like we can just be a little lazy and like a little just a little rounded in the bottom. But we try to stay like, I've seen you squat like you try, like you're super upright already.
In most, yeah.
And so, and while I think that's a very good and advantageous position for load, I don't think it's great and advantageous position for volume. When you have to do 150 or something like that. I think I remember the workout. It was like sets of 50, right? For the .com workout.
The one today was just 150 of those straight through, but there was one recently before this that I think it was like running paired with 50 and then you'd run and then you'd do 50. So I think you're referencing, and that was the other recent workout with that. Yeah. And
so, my theory, and this is the same thing with like overhead squatting or front squatting, mainly overhead squatting, but if we were to flex our bicep really, really hard for 45 seconds, like it would cramp, right? Like it would just end up cramping, right? And so it is an air squat and we want to look good, but if you just relaxed a little, and like didn't worry about it and like maybe had more of a butt wink and like all the demonizing things that people talk about.
I mean, I don't demonize a butt wink.
But a lot of people do.
I understand.
And the L1 does, right? Like it does.
Whatever. Yeah.
And so if we just relaxed it a little bit, then I think it probably would be less so. And we're extended when we run. A lot of people.
Well, and I think it's because you always want to reach full hip extension at the top of the squat, and so I wind up keeping an upright torso so that I have less like travel here every single time.
Right, and then if you start over exaggerating that hip extension, then you start getting like a tuck at the top, and then an extension, and then a tuck at the bottom. Then it's like, then it's like there's a lot happening. Yeah. So, and if you run very upright, like if you're sort of sprinting, right? Like you're not like in like a pose striking position. I don't know how, I've never seen you run for intensity. So that's also another thing, right? Like big heel strike, like if we're reaching and lurching and driving, like reaching the foot.
Yeah, I definitely don't heel strike typically.
Anywho, so let's see. What else? What's your training tomorrow? We'll finish up with that.
I don't know. I could pull it up now. Let's see. I bet it doesn't happen to Claire and wall balls because of the forced relaxation. That's something that CrossFit says. Does that make sense to you?
Maybe. Well, there's a pause at the top. Like you have a pause in the top of the position. Like you don't go right back down. Like usually like you hang out for half a second at the top.
Yeah.
And then elbow swing, box jump, strict toes to bar.
Is this your session tomorrow?
Yeah, that's not the workout. It is the workout. That doesn't sound very fun. 5 strict toes to bar, Brandon. 5 reps.
What's the problem? You wish it was more?
Just kind of an arbitrary number at the end. I mean, I know it's probably hard in general, but it just seems like a very low. It's 40 cal bike, 20 kettlebell swings, 10 box jumps, 5 strict toes to bar. Which seems like a weird number to.
Yeah, definitely toes to bar in the middle of a workout. Really hard to keep the integrity on the strictness. But
what about yours?
5 rounds for time, rope climbs, and Zercher carry. 200-foot Zercher carry.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw that one on .com. I was searching .com the other day.
That's a bit. Oh, 200 foot. Sorry. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. You were looking through there, just checking out their programming.
Yeah, I go through it like once a week, or when I don't look at the email for a little while. I am going to do the workout as written. I think I can do a strict toes to bar. I'm just getting to the point where I can like lever. I can kip just a little bit. Yeah. CrossFit. Dickhead.
What do you say?
He's just trying to be an asshole. He says, "We know you're not going to do it as written." I try to.
That's funny. He cracks me up. She it.
I peruse, so very OG to peruse main site. I peruse a lot of programs. I find logins to all the programs all the time. Like High Rocks programs, Hepner, Mayhem, Proven, Brute. I want to know what everyone's doing.
I think it's so wise to take a look around.
I'm super nosy.
Yeah.
When I like something, I'm like, all right, let me write that down. Why not?
Absolutely. I mean, literally, isn't that like what did Greg Glassman say about like, in as much, variance and so on, like constructed in as many ways possible. And like, why not utilize the resource of someone else's brain to give you some inspiration?
Yeah. I don't go on JY Barbell though. I don't do that one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but you collaborate with him on programming for your athlete. So
yeah, it's good.
You get a good, you get some eyeballs on it.
His, yeah, dude, what a he's such a unique guy. He's so different than everyone thinks he is, which is so wild.
What does that mean?
He's just he's just, everyone has their view of like what he is online is like kind of an asshole. And he's not not even a little bit. Like he has like no mean, he doesn't really have like a mean bone in his body.
No, I even struggle to believe that people think he's an asshole.
Oh,
I understand it's like a funny narrative to play with, but do people really think that?
Yes, for sure. CrossFit is Gucci a WodPrep or JY Barbell athlete? That's funny. So Gucci, John reposted her total after the French Throwdown.
Yeah, he shared it on Spin last week.
And so
I think last week or the week before.
Ben messaged me and he was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Well, we collaborated and and like it was
it was effective."
Yeah, super effective. And so anyways, yeah, it was funny. Ben makes me laugh. So cool. What's anything else for the week?
Plans wise?
Yeah. Is there anything in CrossFit happening? No. Do we know? No.
I mean, there will be a show on Wednesday, of course, with Chase, I would imagine.
Update show with John at 11 a.m. and
yeah, seriously. Clydesdale every morning, or lunch, I should say.
Is he going every day at lunch? I don't think I knew that.
I think so.
Is it every day?
Maybe. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, of course, just the typical shows, but no, I think we're 9 days out from the Open, so it's going to get real hectic real quick next week.
That's right. I can't believe it's next week.
Yeah.
Woof.
Did you see the little post that I made today about whether you think you're ready or not? You are?
No.
Oh.
But that sounds like a very clear post.
Sure. Yeah. Because I mean, it's just you talk to people all the time who are like, I'm not ready, or whatever, and it's like for so many different reasons. Like, how many people actually had a lead up to the Open that they're like, that was a 100% success? Like, to be honest, not most, and for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
So
you don't know until it's over either, right?
Yeah, but like even for you have the adversity of your injury, and
right.
For me, we've had just a journey these past 2-3 months now of whatever we even call this. But hey, this has been a good few days. We've strung together a good few days, and that's really exciting.
I agree.
But everybody's got their stuff,
100%.
We're ready, whether we feel like it or not.
Agreed.
Anyway, no, I don't think that there's much going on, or if there is, I don't know about it. Chat, is there anything going on we need to know about?
No, I don't know.
The new Mayhem Challenge, Jeremy says. Are you familiar with that?
I don't even know what that is. Oh, it just popped up. I don't even know what the Mayhem Challenge is. Jeremy, DM me.
Yeah, it is a Monday through Friday lunch show. Olivia on Savan.
Cool.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I'll watch it.
Tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So thank you guys. That was good. We're just a little over 9 o'clock. Hour and a half show. I think hour and a half is solid. Hour 40. What do we got? Hour 37.
Yeah.
Nice. Claire, per usual, you're the best. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of this.
I enjoy being a part of this. I sent you that screen. I sent you someone sent a really sweet message, and I didn't disclose who it was, but I did send it to CJ earlier. It was sweet about me being here, and I just told them that like the truth is it's cool because I knew this. I don't know. I didn't know how fun this was going to be, being able to be on the podcast or be more involved with WodPrep. You couldn't have told me that a year ago. So it's been really cool. Getting to know you guys in the chat.
Yeah, dude, the chat's the best.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good people. Oh my gosh. All right.
We're going to call him JY Worldwide.
JY Worldwide.
Till we know better, he's JY Worldwide.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. He'll start singing some reggae. It was Kenneth. Gotta let him know.
Thank you.
Gotta let him know.
Appreciate
All right, guys.
you.
So don't forget, if you guys are looking to improve your training, if you are looking for some daily programming, right? So WodPrep Athlete.
Oh
right?
my gosh, this section, you're going to show them this section. It's going to be sick.
So our warm-ups, workouts, here's the training for the day, right? So we're just finishing our beta test, and we're about to move all of our athletes off of our current platform onto a platform that we built in here inside of Circle. All right. We have programs for muscle ups. We have a powerlifting program. We have a burpee program, rope climbs, double unders, chest to bars, handstand walks, handstand push-ups, a weightlifting 101 course, and so on and so on. All right. So if you guys are looking to improve your CrossFit ability in all facets of our sport, daily programs, short programs, accessory programs, skill drivers, hotel wads, this is a robust plan. $49 a month, or I don't know, $400 a year. I don't know how much it costs. It's cheap.
It's definitely, it's ridiculously cheap for what it is. And how many athletes do we have come in and after a week of being in there, they get the skill that they came for?
Oh yeah. We had, well, I can't
all
share
the time.
I can't share his video. We had someone come in, Holly, like in a week.
Yeah, it'd be real soon.
So like, we're going to, yeah.
Oh, what's up, girl?
Like within it, though, the programming will be live for everyone. I think before the open workout, we had a guy come in. I did his onboarding call. Oh, and every single athlete that joins WodPrep Academy, which is our space. You will get on a call with either me, Claire, Ben, or Nelson. An hour-long call with every single person that joins. Okay, every single person that joins in here. By the way, we have over 1,000 people in here, and we communicate with them every day. There's 24-hour coaching response times. Okay, so we have a coaching space. Got some work to do, but we have a response for every single post in here. So, anyways, if you guys are looking for the number one,
we'll be doing 2 calls weekly during the open.
Our space. Yes, 2 calls weekly, strategy call on Thursday, redo call on Sunday. So anyways.
You said we got work to do. It looks like everything is just within the last few hours.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold up, let me go look.
Claire's our community manager, which means that we're on point, and if we fuck up, she lets us know. So yeah, there's no community like the
we don't miss
like our WodPrep community. Not even close. All right. So if you're looking for some programming or some help developing your skills, or just any training in general, open help, doesn't matter. We're no JY barbell tab yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
I wouldn't rule it out.
So anyways, all right, guys, thank you much. Hope you guys have a good week. Claire,
yeah, good to see you guys.
And we will see you guys on Friday morning. Peace.